Hello students, welcome to AffairsCloud. My name is Vikas. So friends, we have an application by the name CarriersCloud which you can go and download through the Play Store. And once you have downloaded, you can log in with your Gmail ID. And why I am suggesting you this application, because this is the one-stop solution for all the current affairs. This is the best of the best application and the platform where you can enhance your learning through help. Here you will be provided with multiple courses. Here you will be provided with multiple options of quizzes, and even you will be provided current affairs on daily basis. PDFs and quizzes will be provided to you on daily basis, both in Hindi as well as English. Here you will be provided current affairs with weekly basis and monthly basis also. Here remember, once you have done watching our video, then you can log in through this application, take out the PDF, read that PDF and go through the quizzes. That will enhance your preparation. Same you have to do for weekly and same you have to do for the monthly also. In monthly you will be provided with the top 100 important questions PDF and video also, that will enhance your learning, and it will be a very beneficial and important video for the revision perspective. And not just this friends, apart from this we also provide you banking and economic questions. We provide you state current affairs such as of Uttarakhand, UP, Tripura, Telangana, and many more. Not just this, apart from this, we also provide you topic wise current affairs, and the topics that we are providing you are really important. These topics are such as national affairs, international affairs, important days, sports, defense, science and technology, apps and web portals, obituary. These are the important topics that are being asked in various exams across India. So these are the topics that are must and should be covered and will be beneficial for the preparation of the students. Hello everyone. So in this video, we will be discussing important current affairs for the third week of the January month. Session will be quite interesting, so do pay attention till the end and do take notes, right? Also, if you are new to our channel, I like you all to first like the video, right? And also subscribe to our channel. So now let's start. First, which country's Coast Guard along with Indian Coast Guard recently conducted a 5-day long joint exercise by the name Sahyog Kaijin? Sahyog Kaijin. This is the name of the exercise. This was a 5-day long exercise. Question asked here is that here recently Indian Coast Guard along with the Coast Guard of which country recently conducted this Sahyog Kaijin? So you should know Sahyog Kaijin is conducted between India and Japan, and it was Japan Coast Guard along with Indian Coast Guard that conducted this exercise. Now the next question that can be asked is about the location where this exercise was conducted. It is Chennai, Tamil Nadu. In Chennai, Tamil Nadu, we observed this exercise. And remember, this was the 20th edition of this exercise, right? And it was from 8th to 12th of January in Chennai, Tamil Nadu. Next, which country has recently partnered with India to launch Green Fuel Alliance India? It is Denmark, right? Denmark tied up with India and together they will be launching the Green Fuel Alliance India. Next, name the organization that has recently launched International Classification of Disease Traditional Medicine Chapter Module 2 in New Delhi. It is WHO, World Health Organization, right? So WHO, right, they launched this ICD 11, that is International Classification of Disease, correct, traditional medicines chapter module 2. This was launched where? At India Habitat Center, that is in New Delhi, correct. And this module, this will basically help to provide us with more data and more terminologies to the disease that are based in Ayurveda, Siddha and Unani systems. Next, in January, Dash Bank of Canada launched their mobile application Money to India Canada. So which is it? It is ICICI Bank of Canada in Canada, right? The branch of ICICI Bank in Canada. They launched a mobile application that is Money to India. And with the help of this mobile application Money to India, the Indian diaspora in Canada, they can send money to India directly using this application. Even from different banks also they can send money. Those are not of ICICI, or the customers of different banks also using this application, mobile application, can send money to India. Next, which of the following cities have recently recognized as the cleanest city in India under the category of cities with a population of more than 1 lakh? Which is it? It is Indore of Madhya Pradesh and Panaji of Goa. not Panji, it is Surat of Goa, right? So these two, Surat and Indore, right? These two cities has been declared or recognized as the cleanest city in India, correct? And it is for the population less than 1 lakh, correct? Next, and remember for Indore, Surat, oh sorry, for Indore city, it is for the seventh consecutive time that have they secured this top position, or we can say the first position here. Next, ECC approved the extension of the appointment of Michael Debatra Patra as the Deputy Governor of RBI. So, ECC approved the appointment or approved the extension of the appointment of MD Patra as the Deputy Governor of RBI for one more year. Right? Next, name the end-to-end secure mobile ecosystem that was recently developed by Indian Army to enhance national defense capabilities. What is the name of that mobile ecosystem that was developed? It is Sambhav, right? Sambhav. What does Sambhav stands for? Secure Army Mobile Bharat version, and it was launched to enhance the national defense capabilities. Correct. This is based on 5G technology also, mark this, and it was developed in collaboration with National Center of Excellence from academia and institutions. And what is the name of that application or mobile ecosystem? It is Sambhav. Next, which of the following institutions does not come under the Ministry of Finance? So which among the following institutions does not come under the Ministry of Finance? Which is it? Tell me. From looking at these options, we can say PFC, that is Power Finance Corporation. It does not come under the Ministry of Finance, right? This PFC, this is a Schedule A Maharatna CPSE, correct? And it is the largest NBFC by asset, correct? And this Power Finance Corporation, as the name suggests, power, this comes under the Ministry of Power. Next, which of the following Indian naval ships were recently decommissioned in Port Blair, Andaman and Nicobar Islands? So, which among the following? INS Kumbir, INS Cheetah and INS Guldar. All these three of them were recently decommissioned in Andaman and Nicobar, in Port Blair, Andaman and Nicobar Islands. All of these were built by a company or shipyard from Poland. Name of that Poland shipyard is Gardnia. Gdynia, Gardnia Shipyard, which is in Poland. Correct? Next, one more thing you can remember from INS Kumbir. When was this commissioned? In 1986, INS Cheetah in 1984, and INS Guldar in 1985. Next, which organization along with Niti Aayog recently launched a compendium on mainstreaming millets in Asia and Africa? We all know that International Year of the Millets was the year 2023. Even Rajnath Singh, our defense minister, encouraged the use of millets in the diets of Indian personals, right? And now, in order to encourage the use of millets in Asia and African countries, recently, which organization along with Niti Aayog released a compendium? It was with World Food Program. World Food Program. See, millets, we all know that millets is a very hardy crop. It is very nutritious, full of protein, and it can be grown in hardy conditions. Right? Next. In Jan, SEBI notified that the investors will be allowed to freeze or block their trading account if any suspicious activity is detected from so on. So remember, from 1st of July 2024, SEBI notified the investors that investors will be allowed to freeze and block their trading accounts if any suspicious activity will be effective, if any suspicious activity is detected. Earlier, this date for freezing account was 1st of April, but then it has been extended to now 1st of July 2024. Next, the Dash Indian Army Day was celebrated across India on 15th of January 2024. It is which edition of Indian Army Day? It was 76th edition of the Indian Army Day that was celebrated across India on 15th of January 2024, and this is to honor and salute the brave soldiers of the Indian Army who fought alongside many other soldiers on the borders and have sacrificed their lives. This day, also known as the Bharatiya Sena Divas, correct? And this is basically in the achievement of our first commander in chief of Indian Army, that was late Field Marshal KM Karyappa, correct? So Indian Army Day, 76th Indian Army Day, 15th of January, and it was observed for the achievements of the first Commander in Chief, late Field Marshal KM Karyappa. And this year in 2024, it was 76th edition that was observed, and there was a main parade in Lucknow, UP for the same for the first time. Next, Union Civil Aviation Minister Jyotiraditya Scindia and UP Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath inaugurated Air India Express flight services that will be connecting Dash City and Kolkata to Ayodhya, UP. So, a connecting flight from Bangalore to Kolkata and Ayodhya was recently launched, correct? Mark this. Our Union Civil Aviation Minister Jyotiraditya Scindia and Chief Minister of Chief Minister of UP Yogi Adityanath, correct? They launched a flight from both Bangalore to, as we saw that on 22nd of January, Ram Mandir was established, right? So remember for the same, from Bangalore and Kolkata to Ayodhya, UP, these connecting flights has been launched. Next, Admiral R. Hari Kumar, the Chief of Naval Staff, recently flagged off Indian Navy Chadar Trek, that is a frozen Janskar River Ladakh expedition in Dash, in INS Shivaji. Right, I repeat, Chief of Naval Staff flagged off Indian Navy Chadar Trek expedition in INS Shivaji. Next, Minister of State Rao Inderjit Singh, that comes under Ministry of Statistics and Program Implementation, launched MPLADS mobile application in New Delhi. So they launched the MPLADS application. The name of that application is Sakshi. It is the mobile application of MPLADS, right? Sakshi. Right? Mark this important. Now, what does this Sakshi stands for? This question can also be asked to you. What does this Sakshi application is? Basically, this application aims to provide transparency, accessibility and efficiency for all the members of parliament, correct, as they will be making decisions. Here this application will help them to provide analysis of data. All the records will be provided here, all the previous data will be there, so that the decision making for these member of parliament becomes easy. So application is Sakshi. Next, name the bilateral exercise that was conducted between Indian Navy and Royal Thai Navy. That is exercise Ayutthaya. This is the name of the exercise. This is a bilateral exercise conducted between Indian Navy and Royal Thai Navy, that is between India and between Thailand. This exercise was conducted. This was the 36th edition of this exercise that was conducted, correct? And this was a part of Indo-Thai Corpet, correct? This 36th edition, this was a Corpet exercise. We all know what is Corpet, coordinated patrol, and it was the 36th edition of Indo-Thai Corpet exercise. Then from Indian side, remember which Indian naval ship took part in this exercise? It was INS Kulish that took part in this particular exercise. Next, NHAI launched One Vehicle, One Fastag initiative to discourage the user's behavior of using a single fastag for multiple vehicles. In order to remove the habit of various individuals who are using just one single fastag for their various vehicles, this initiative, One Vehicle, One Fastag initiative, was launched. It was launched by NHAI, National Highway Authority of India. Now the question asked here is that under this initiative, fastags will incomplete KYC to get deactivated or blacklisted by banks post dash. So all the fastags that have incomplete KYC will be deactivated and blacklisted by the banks post which date? It will be post 31st of January 2024. All the fastags that do not have their KYC done. And what is KYC? Know your customer. KYC is your know your customer. So if any fastag with no KYC, that fastag will be deactivated. Next, which country has recently signed an agreement with Khanich Bidesh India Limited to explore and develop 5 lithium brine blocks. So Khanij Bidesh India Limited, Kabil, right? Which country signed an agreement with Kabil to explore and develop 5 lithium brine blocks, that is with Argentina. We know lithium is used in what is brine and lithium? First of all, lithium, we know in Jammu and Kashmir also reserves of lithium were discovered, and lithium's monopoly is with China. It is one of the main important source of developing electric vehicles, batteries, not just electric vehicle, we can say for batteries, rechargeable batteries. And brine is basically a solution of lithium and water. Correct. Next, which company has recently signed an MOU with NPCI International Payments Limited to expand the UPI globally? It is Google Pay India, right? Google Pay India, they recently signed an MOU with NPCI International, and it is to expand UPI globally in different parts of the world. Now we are seeing that in different countries such as your UAE, then France, even in UK in multiple locations, we are enhancing or we are using this UPI. There is a very interesting fact. Let me tell you, my friends, those who are in different countries, when they come to India and they use UPI, and after developing that habit of using UPI in India, and they go back to their own countries, let's say for example, some are from USA, some are from Canada, they go there and they, even when we discuss about this, they say that they miss this facility UPI there, because it is such a good way of transacting money, for paying money for the services or the products that you buy, and they miss this UPI facility where they live right now. So in future we can see global adoption of this UPI, as it is one of the very interesting way of payment that has helped India's economy also, right? Next, who has recently appointed managing director and CEO of DCB Bank? So Praveen Achutan Kutti, he has been recently appointed as the Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of DCB Bank Limited. He will succeed whom? He will be succeeding Murali M. Natarajan, who is the current MD and CEO of DCB Bank, and he is in current position since 2009. Next, CCI approved the proposed amalgamation of Shriram Ally Holding Private Limited with Dash Company. So CCI, they have approved the amalgamation of Shriram Holding Private Limited with Shriram Life Insurance Company. Right? Next, name the Indian naval ship that has saved the Marshall Island flagged MV Genco Picardy following a drone attack in the Gulf Aden in the January 2024. We are seeing that Houthis attack in the Red Sea, right? We are seeing that in the Gulf area there is a fight basically going on. Even USA and UK fired multiple rockets there, correct? So question asked here is that which was the Indian naval ship that saved the Marshall Island flagged MV Genco Picardy from the drone attack in the Gulf Aden in January 2023? What was the name of that Indian naval ship? It is INS Vishakhapatnam. Next, which company okay, from this question only, tell me the name of the insurance company, right? They have stopped providing insurances to the vessels or these ships that take their containers from one location to another. So they have banned the insurance of those vessels who will be trading along this area where the fight is going on, right? So what is the name of that insurance company? I have told you, this is your homework. Let me know in the comment section. Next, which company has recently introduced the first pure EV architecture called Active.EV? It is Tata Motors, right? Tata Motors introduced their first pure electric vehicle architecture called Active.EV, which will be the future portfolio of various electric vehicles such as Punch, Sierra, Harrier, etc. Correct? Next, IMD, India Meteorological Department celebrated their 150th Foundation Day. Here IMD developed an in-house web geographic information system based integrated decision support system called Weather Analysis and Forecast Dash System. So basically this WAFES, this was developed by IMD. This is an in-house web geographic information system, right? Now the question asked here is that what is this integrated decision support system called? It is called WAVES. What is the full form of WAVES? WAFES. Weather Analysis Forecast Enabling System. right? Mark this. Next, as per the third advance estimate of area and production of various horticulture crops for 22-23 that was released by Ministry of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare in January 2024, the estimation of the total horticulture production for 22-23 is dash tons. It is how much tons? 355.25 million tons, right? So it is Ministry of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare. They released this third advance estimate of area and production of various horticulture crops report, and here the estimation of the total horticulture production for 22-23 is 355.25 million tons, and this shows an increase of 2.32 tons from the past year of 21-22. Next, in which states Ash Krishnan, Secretary of the Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology, recently launched India's first Graphene Center, that is Indian Innovation Center for Graphene and Center of Excellence in Intelligent Internet of Things sensors. So it is Kerala. They have launched two things. First is your first Graphene Center, and second is your Center of Excellence in Intelligent Internet of Things. So this Center of Excellence and this first Graphene Center, they both will be located where? They are in Kochi, Kerala. Next, as per the 18th Global 500 2024 annual report released by Brand Finance in January, Reliance Jio ranked Dash among the world's strongest brands in 2024, while Dash company has topped the list. So we are talking about the 18th edition of the Global 500 2024 Brand Finance report released by Brand Finance. This talks about the strongest brands globally, and Reliance Jio, it is the 17th most famous brand globally, whereas WeChat secured the first position globally. So right option here becomes option 2. Next, according to 2024 military strength ranking released by Global Firepower in January, India is ranked as the fourth most powerful military in the world, whereas USA secured the top position. USA on top position, right? Then India is on fourth position. Then USA is followed by Russia. Then China, and fourth position is with India. So right option is option 5. Next, which bank has recently signed an MOU with IREDA to establish a platform for co-lending and loan syndication for a wide range of renewable energy projects across India? It is Indian Overseas Bank, right? They signed an MOU with IREDA, correct? Next, name the bank that recently launched a special retail short-term deposit scheme with higher interest rate for domestic term deposits to residents and non-resident ordinary and resident senior citizens for 360 days. So this Bob 360 term deposit scheme, right? It was launched by Bob, that is Bank of Baroda. And the offer rate of interest, or we can say the interest here, is up to 7.6% per annum, and we can see an increase of 0.5% for senior citizens. Next, Ministry of Heavy Industries constituted a committee under the chairmanship of Dash to examine the demand for including more components in PLI scheme for automobile and auto component industry. So under this PLI scheme for automobiles and auto component industry, recently Ministry of Heavy Industries, they recently constituted a committee that was chaired by Hanif Qureshi, and this committee will be suggesting of including more components that will be in the PLI scheme. Under this PLI scheme, incentives are provided to various companies when they reach the desired quota for that year. Next, when was the 19th National Disaster Response Force Raising Day observed across India? So on 19th of January every year we observe National Disaster Response Force Raising Day, and this year in 2024 it was the 19th edition. Next, which company has recently become the first Indian jewelry brand to join ONDC? Right? If you have seen Paytm, if you use Paytm, then you must have seen where they you scan your code. Just right to next, there is an option for ONDC, right? On this ONDC platform, you can go and buy and sell multiple products such as your various e-commerce platform, right? This is a e-commerce platform of, basically we can say, for the government, right? ONDC, Open Network for Digital Commerce. So recently, which company recently became the first Indian jewelry brand that has joined ONDC? It is Senco Gold and Diamonds. Senco Gold and Diamonds, it became the first jewelry brand in India that has joined ONDC network. Next, which of the following portal or foundation have recently signed a tripartite MOU with National Farmers Welfare Program Implementation Society to accelerate artificial intelligence driven transformation in the agriculture sector? Which are those institutions? That is India AI and Vadvani Foundation. They both recently signed an MOU, along with whom? Along with NFWPIS, so that the use of artificial intelligence, machine learning, IoT devices, sensor based learning, right, then use of drones in the agriculture for spraying purpose can be enhanced, and we can make our agriculture sector more advanced and more output can be generated from it. Next, Prime Minister Narendra Modi released 6 special commemorative postage stamps dedicated to the Sri Ram Janam Bhoomi Temple in Dash. So, where is this Sri Ram Janam Bhoomi Temple located? Indirectly, this is the question asked. It is in Ayodhya, and Prime Minister Narendra Modi released the special commemorative stamp for the same. And on this commemorative collection, it comprises of 6 different stamps, right? Mark this also. So, 6 different stamps were launched. Next, according to statistics published by Future Industries Association in January, National Stock Exchange of India Limited emerged as the world's largest derivative exchange in 2023 in terms of the number of contracts traded for the fifth consecutive year, right? So for the fifth consecutive year, NSE has emerged as the world's largest derivatives exchange in the terms of the numbers of contracts traded, and it is for the fifth consecutive time. Right? Next, which banks or which organization recently invested 486 crore rupees in Sustainable Energy Infrastructure Trust for India Project Meridian? Right? For India Project Meridian, this project, recently which bank or organization they contributed or they invested 486 crore rupees in this Sustainable Energy Infrastructure Trust bonds? Right? Which is that organization or which is that bank? It is Asia Infrastructure Investment Bank. They invested this amount. Next, RBI's Economic Activity Index has now cast India's GDP growth rate at 7% for the third quarter of 23-24, that is from October 2023 till December 2023. Right? That is 7%. Next, right option, option 1. Next, Government of India, they formed a high-level committee under the chairmanship of Dash to examine administrative measures aimed at protecting the interest of the most disadvantaged groups within scheduled caste like Madigas. So, recently, Rajiv Gauba, right? Government of India, they formed a high-level committee, and this committee was under the chairmanship of Rajiv Gauba, and this committee will examine the measures for protecting the rights of the disadvantaged groups within the scheduled castes. Next, SpaceX rocket, that is Falcon 9, they launched Axiom Space Axiom Mission 3, that is AX3, and this Axiom mission they carried Turkey's first astronaut Alper to the International Space Station. So Falcon 9 rocket was used to launch AX3 mission, that is Axiom Space Mission 3, and it was carrying first astronaut. This astronaut was of Turkey, and it was carried into International Space Station. Next, Dash became the second Indian man to win gold at the Asian Marathon Championship. Man Singh, right? He became second Indian to win gold at the Asian Marathon Championship. Correct? Who was the first Indian man? Gopi Thonakal was the first Indian to win Asian Marathon Championship in 2017. Next, Name the company that recently awarded with the Southern Region's Naraka's Official Language Award for 22-23. It is BDL. Bharat Dynamics Limited was recently awarded with the Southern Range Naraka's Official Language Award for 22-23. Next, which country has recently elected as the first vice chair of the SCM of Food and Agriculture Organization of UN Committee on Fisheries? So, which country is it? It is India. Has been elected as the first vice chair of the subcommittee on fisheries management of the FAO of UN Committee on Fisheries. It is India. And here India has been elected here for a term of 2 years. Correct. Then Indian delegation was led here by J. Balaji. Mark this also. Next, which state's Kachai Kharek has recently got the GI tag from the GI registry? It is Gujarat. This product Kachai Kharek, it is from Gujarat and it is a dates. Khajur in Hindi, right? Next, which IIM, which Indian Institute of Management recently collaborated with the Strategy, Perspective Planning and Monitoring Committee of the ICAI to develop ICAI Vision 2049. So indirectly we can say this ICAI Vision 2049, this was developed by which organization? So it was developed by IIM Ahmedabad, correct, and they collaborated with this Strategic Perspective Planning and Monitoring Committee of ICAI to develop this ICAI Vision 2047. Here ICAI, they aims to become a global recognized leader in this field of accountancy. Next, during the visit of Union Minister of External Affairs Dr. S. Shankar to Iran in January, Persian, that is Farsi, became the dash classical language of India. Remember, Farsi became the 9th classical language of India. Next, classical languages are in the 8th schedule also. Mark this also. Next, in January, Dash became the first Indian bank to execute an export finance transaction on the International Trade Financing Service platform of RXIL Global IFSC Limited. It is Yes Bank. Right? It became the first Indian bank to execute an export finance transaction on the ITFS of RXIL Global IFSC Limited. Next, in January, chairperson of SEBI, Madhabi Puri Bug, has launched 2 unique multilingual initiatives that are named Multilingual CAS and Buddy Sahayata 2047 chatbot for Dash organization. Right? It was for whom? This was for, tell me the name, Central Depository India Service Limited. Right? Launched by Madhabi Puri Bug. Correct? And these initiatives will basically aim to promote the ease of doing business among investors. Here, report in this multilingual CES, consolidated statement will provided in multiple languages, and under this Buddy Sahayata 24/7 chatbot, it is a chatbot that will be solving your problems. It will be basically a AI customer based, right? You will be helped with various services and platforms with customer services. Next, name the new individual saving deferred annuity plan that has recently launched by the LIC. Which is it? What is the name of that plan that was launched by LIC? Deferred annuity pension plan. The name here is Jeevan Dhara 2 Plan 872. This was launched. And this plan will be available for sale from 22nd of January 2024. Next, President of India Draupadi Murmu ma'am conferred with the Pradhan Mantri Rashtriya Bal Puraskar 2024 to how many children? So a total of 19 children were awarded or conferred with Pradhan Mantri Rashtriya Bal Puraskar 2024. From these 19, 9 boys and 10 girls were awarded. Next, who has been recently appointed as the Director General of Shastra Seema Bal? Daljit Singh Chaudhary has been appointed as the Director General of Shastra Seema Bal. Correct? And he will succeed whom? Rashmi Shukla. Next, Japan's Aerospace Exploration Agency, that is JAXA, They successfully landed the smart lander for investigating moon, that is SLIM, on the lunar surface. With this, Japan became the fifth nation to soft land on the surface of moon. Right? And JAXA is the space agency of Japan. Similar, India ISRO is the space agency of India. So fifth. Next, which country has recently launched Shaurya satellite using a three-stage solid fuel QAM 100 satellite carrier? So this was launched by whom? It was launched by Iran. A Shaurya satellite, right? Soraya satellite. It is a satellite launched by Iran. Correct? Next, Lockton announced its entry into the Indian market with the appointment of Dash as the CEO of India and a member of Lockton Asia leadership team. So, who has been appointed as the CEO of India and member of Lockton Asia leadership team? He will be Sandeep Dadia. Correct? With this, Lockton has announced their entry into India. Correct? And this Lockton, basically what is it? It is a independent insurance brokerage firm. Next, who has recently been appointed as the CEO and whole-time director of Jindal Stainless Steel? Tarun Khulbe has been appointed as the CEO and whole-time director of Jindal Stainless Steel Limited. Right? So friends, these were your important current affairs for the third week of the January month. I hope the session was up to the mark. Do like the video and comment below and let us know what are your views on such sessions. If you want us to continue with such sessions, right, then do let us know in the comment section. Now let's move to some revision current affairs. They will be very beneficial for your learning. First is IMD's 150th Foundation Day was observed when? IMD is your Indian Meteorological Department. This comes under the Ministry of Earth Sciences, right? And they have recently celebrated 150th Foundation Day that was observed when? It was observed on 50th of January 2024. Correct? Mark this. And here Jagdeep Dhankardji was our Jagdeep Dhankardji, who is our Vice President, was the chief guest during the celebration of this 150th foundation. Almost 1200 people across all the India participated. Talk about IMD, Indian Meteorological Department, who is the Director General, Dr. Mrutyunjay Mohapatra. Headquarter is in Delhi and it was established in 1875. Next is horticulture production, and horticulture production, if you are talking about, in 2022 and 2023 is estimated to be how much higher? So horticulture production in India is estimated to be 2.32% higher to 355.25 million tons. Right? I repeat, you can see here that Ministry of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare, they released the third advanced estimate of area and production of various horticulture crops for 22-23, and as per the data, the estimations of the total horticulture production for 22-23 is 355.25 million tons, which is about 8.07 million tons, an increase of 2.32% than the last year. Right? Then apart from this, if I ask you, tell me, where was the first Indian all-girls Sainik school inaugurated? It was in Vrindavan, Uttar Pradesh. Then next thing, remember, which will be the first AI city developed in which state? It will be in UP. First AI city will be developed in UP. Right? Then next, tell me, how many Rajya Sabha members are set to retire in 2024? So a total of 68 Rajya Sabha members will be retiring in 2024. Then which state will be setting up a pharma park in Lalitpur, Bundelkhand? So pharma park will be set up by Uttar Pradesh in Lalitpur, Bundelkhand. Next, MEITY, they have recently launched India's first Graphene Center. And where was this launched? So India's first Graphene Center was launched in Kerala. right? India's first graphene center, right? If it apart from this, remember India's first IoT center of excellence was also launched. That is intelligent IoT, intelligent Internet of Things Center of Excellence, plus first graphene center. These are the two things they were launched recently. Where they were launched? They were launched in the state of Kerala, and they were launched by MEITY, that is Ministry of Electronics and Information and Technology. So here you can see which bank has joined hands with UNCIA for their supply chain finance platform UNCIA chain. For this UNCIA chain, it is Unity Bank that has joined hands with UNCIA, correct, to for their supply chain finance platform, that is UNCIA chain, and it is to facilitate the efficient processing and accurate daily lending transaction. This Unicia chain, this will offer feature rich product suite that houses all the business constructs of the physical supply chain industry, and the platform unites buyers, sellers and lenders under one umbrella. The platforms acts as a highly configurable rapid development framework, and the platform was launched at Unity Bank in less than 100 days. If we talk about Unicia Technologies Private Limited, who is the chairman here? Hari Padmabhan ji. Headquarter is in Chennai, Tamil Nadu. It was established in 2020. If we talk about Unity Small Finance Bank, Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer will be Indrajit Kamotra ji. Headquarter is in Mumbai, Maharashtra. Right? Next. Next is which organization invested over 86 crore rupees in SEIT work project Meridian? I repeat, which is the organization? It is AIIB, that is Asian Infrastructure Investment Bank. They invested 486, not 86 crore rupees. They invested 486 crore rupees, right? And this is approximately 58.4 million dollar, and this amount was invested in SCIT. What is SCIT? Sustainable Energy Infrastructure Trust, and it is for the AIIB's project, that is India Project Meridian, correct? So AIIB, they invested this 486 crore rupees in the SCIT's, that is Sustainable Energy Infrastructure Trust, for Asian Infrastructure Investment Bank's project, that is India Project Meridian, right? Then SCIT, remember, this is the India's largest renewable energy infrastructure investment trust, and this InvITs has 8 operating solar power generation assets of almost 1.54 gigawatt, correct? Then if we talk about this project Meridian, the project Meridian aims to support the development of InvIT as an infrastructure asset class in India. The total funding of the project is $73 million, right? Then remember, next thing, if we talk about AIIB, AIIB here headquarters is in Beijing, China, and it was established in 2016. And your AIMS Delhi, they have recently signed an MOU to collaborate in the field of mutual interest, combined research, academic activities, and addressing multidisciplinary scientific and technological issues. So coming back, AFMS and AIMS, they signed an MOU to address various scientific and technological issues, and also to do research and development or various programs. Next, according to Brand Finance Global 500 2024 report, which is the strongest brand globally? So, according to this report, globally, WeChat, right, has topped the list, and it is considered to be the strongest brand. Reliance Jio of India is on the 17th position, and this is the brand from India that is on the top position, and globally it is on 17th position. Then on top it is WeChat. After WeChat it comes YouTube, right? Then after YouTube it is Google, correct? Mark this, this is important. Here you can see, as per the 18th edition of the Global 500 2024, next question is, who released a commemorative postage stamp and a book on Ayodhya Ram temple? So remember, recently our Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji, right, has recently launched or released 6 special commemorative stamps and a book was also launched on Ayodhya Ram Temple. Correct? Mark this. These commemorative collection of six stamps, right? They include the depictions of Ram Janmabhoomi Temple, Lord Ganesh, Lord Hanuman, Jatayu, Kevatraj, and Ma Shabri. Correct? And remember this book. This book is a 48-page book, correct, and this book covers issued stamps that are issued by more than 20 countries such as your USA, Cambodia, Indonesia, Sri Lanka, New Zealand, Thailand, etc. And this book aims to showcase the international appeal and the influence of Lord Rama on various societies across the globe. So PM Narendra Modi launched six commemorative stamps and a book compiled of stamps from 20 countries, and this is a 48-page book. Next is which country has been declared as malaria free country by World Health Organization. So Cabo Verde, correct, has been declared as malaria free country by World Health Organization, right? Mark this is important. And Cabo Republic of Cabo Verde, it became the third country to be certified by WHO African region to eradicate malaria. Right? Earlier it was Mauritius, then Algeria. Correct? Mauritius became malaria free in 1973, Algeria in 2019, and now in 2023, Republic of Cabo Verde. 2024, Republic of Cabo Verde declared as malaria free. Next is which three organizations signed a tripartite MOU to leverage the AI in the agriculture sector? We know in the agriculture sector we can use artificial intelligence to make better prediction and to give a better prediction and help the farmers to increase their yield and help the farmers to have better farm yield, correct. They will This artificial intelligence will be helping in various sectors such as giving the right information about weather, when to plow the field, when to sow the field, right? So all these things will be helping, all these things will be helped by AI. Then we are seeing IoT devices are being used in the agriculture sector. Drones, they can be controlled by AI to make sure that agriculture, the harvest here is all the pesticides, all the agriculture requirements, say for example pesticides, then insecticides, your fertilizers, irrigation, all this is done timely. Then we can see sensors can be used in these fields to avoid any weeds that are growing. So with the help of the new technology such as AI, cameras, IoT devices, machine learning, drones, we can see a huge development in the agriculture sector. So recently, three organizations you need to remember which recently signed an MOU to help AI in the agriculture sector. So these organizations are NFWPIS, that is your National Farmers Welfare Program Implementation Society. Second, India.ai, and third is your Vadvani Foundation. So all these three organizations came together and signed an MOU for the same. And they will be helping AI to, or they will be helping agriculture sector to grow with the help of these AI technology. What is the rank of India? So according to the Global Firepower 2024 ranking, what is the ranking of India in this particular index? It is fourth. Let me show you here. In this Global Firepower index, right, or we can say in this 2024 military strength ranking released by Global Firepower, what is the rank of India? India stood at fourth position. On top it is USA, then Russia, then on third is China, fourth India, and fifth is South Korea, right? Next, also one more data you can remember, USA spends the most money on their military spending, that is almost $831 billion. Next is energy remains the world's largest derivatives exchange in 2023 for which consecutive year? Right, not energy, NSE, right? Energy, NSE remains the world's largest derivative exchange in the world 2023 for which consecutive year? So remember, this is for the fifth consecutive year that NSE has remained the world's largest derivative exchange in 2023 for the fifth consecutive year, and it was the third largest in equity segment. NSE. Question can also be asked in this way, that NSE is the which largest in equity segment in the world? It is the third largest in the equity segment in the world and the largest in the derivative exchange in the world for the fifth consecutive. That's all for the day, friends. I hope you enjoyed the session, and you can follow us on the YouTube channel, as well as apart from YouTube channel, you can go and follow us at AffairsCloud Telegram channel. And if you have any queries related to the content or the of courses offered to you or the payment which you did on the application, you can contact us on the number provided, that is 7677333862. Apart from this, friends, you can follow us on the Facebook as well as on Instagram handle, that is AffairsCloud_official. In the end, friends, if you use a code that is Vikas10, you will be getting an additional extra 10% discount by using this code Vikas10. Also, if you have any problem regarding the course purchase, any problem regarding to our application, you can contact us on the mobile number, that is 9677333862. And if you want to mail us, you can also mail us on support@affairscloud.com, and I assure you that our representative from us will be contacting you soon and resolving your issue.